Going live. What is going on Tank Radio? KG5AHJ, and this is my stream, so I can shout as ever I want to. And we don't have Shane tonight, but we have an even better person. Daniel, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Oh, you're better. You're better. We're gonna have to schedule you in the book more. What is up? This is my first stream. I am the big news coming down the pipe. Let's just get it off the bat, and we'll recap at the end later for the latecomers. I'm still going to keep my 2 weeks release schedule, so every 2 weeks I'm going to be releasing a video. But in the meantime, I want to start doing a weekly or bi-weekly, every other week stream. So it's going to be video release, stream. What's going on in Tank Radio? Video release. What's going on in Tank Radio? So it's going to be kind of bouncing back and forth, just between work and my time and everything else. I don't have the time to commit to a new video every week. It's hard. I don't know how Jason and Mike. Oh yeah, that's how they do it. This is their job. We got to hold a job along with this, so that's hard, man. You to have the job and do all this and go out shooting and produce this awesome content, which I love to do, but I think that's just going to be my schedule, at least my schedule from here on. What's going on in your world? You're muted. No. Try now.
Do you hear me, guys? Check, 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 check. How's my compression sound? A little bit more highs? Hello?
I think that's
CQ, CQ.
At least my schedule from here
I don't know. I don't know if I have sound there, but I just want to, if I do have sound, I just want to say that I didn't endorse any of the words he said at the beginning. I'm a poor replacement for Shane. Shane, I didn't approve of any of that, but I really appreciate the kind words.
You're good.
I'm good? Okay, cool.
So I could just cut out the kind words to Shane, but yes. We don't want to inflate his ego. I already had the biggest one around.
No, I didn't know. I'm joking. I'm joking. This is Tank Radio.
Oh man. But the big news, I guess the big news coming up is Huntsville. And I'm gonna be there. It's going to be awesome. I'm flying out. Jason is taking a lot of my stuff here, and Jason is just messing with me this week, man. A lot of things are happening in my life. A lot of things unplanned are happening in my life. If you've been following me on Twitter, my whole car dashboard lit up like a Christmas tree. I don't think there's a warning light on there that is not on. Oh,
did you try? I listened to the stream. Did you? Or actually, I was on the stream.
Yeah,
I didn't listen. But did you try my solution? I told you, just top up the windshield washer fluid and kick the right tire, and everything will be fine.
I did. I took the windshield washer fluid and I just poured on the bonnet. Like that's what you're supposed to do, right? I'm not a car person. I just drive these things.
I heard also white grease on the brake rotors works really well too.
Oh,
yeah.
The white barbecue sauce.
Yeah, that could work. Actually, it will smell good, but don't do it. I do not endorse that either. Man, there's a lot of things I don't endorse tonight.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's cool that you're gonna have that structure for your channel. It's really hard. Mm-hmm. You know, some of us work for a living. You know, hi. And no, it's really hard to just like be on a constant roll for producing videos. So, but I just have to say that in response to what you're saying. It just seems like Jason picks up a lot of your slack. It's like he's your mother taking care of you and making sure things work out for you. Like, what's up with that, Tank? Like, is like he your surrogate father or something like
No,
that? Like
no,
making sure that you put your shoes on in the morning and your
no,
socks on the right
well,
feet and
what's going on with him? So I'm dealing with the car over here and making the calls and insurance now, and then dropping the car off, and that was today. And I got my car rental, and then we had our plan. Jason and Mike are driving out to Huntsville, and they were supposed to be leaving Wednesday morning.
mm,
That was the initial plan. So my plans were set up. My daily packing routine is I do equipment one day, the next day I do electronics, and the next day and the final or the next day after that I do all my clothes, and then the final day is the food. So I usually
mm,
have a 4-day packing routine. So it's not everything at once. Then I got to do this. Did I miss that? I forget everything. I
mm.
had a trip. I forgot underwear. Didn't pack right. No underwear.
It's
And
not a it's not a requirement to wear underwear, but you know
no,
it
but
helps.
I like wearing underwear. I'm sure everyone else enjoys it too. Want me to wear it, but so I got a message last week. Oh, me and Mike are gonna be leaving Tuesday evening. Okay, I could do Tuesday evening. I can accelerate it a little bit. Bam, my car happened, and then I haven't really been able to do my 4-day packing plan. I got busy on Saturday, and I just didn't want to think about anything Saturday. Sunday, I kind of started, and then Sunday, oh, we're thinking about leaving Tuesday afternoon while you're at work. So you got to bring everything over before then. Okay. So I spent Sunday throwing everything together now. Now I'm kind of in a panic mode. And now I got the last of my errands I need to run. I got to pick up cigars for my take one, leave one cigar box because I've been dipping in it a little bit. But it's my cigar box. But I would love to have everyone up there to, if you bring a cigar, put it in the cigar box, take one. I'm going to have it out on, I think it's Saturday when we do I still have Jason's notes up from the stream? Nope, my computer restarted. Um, at the meet and greet Saturday, we're going to be the first ones up. I'm going to have the take one and leave one cigar box. Also, if you ask, because I have a limited number of these, I have stickers. I'm going to keep these out of sight so people just don't say, ooh, swag, give me one of those. If you're truly one of my fans, ask for a Tank Radio sticker. I only got about 40 of them. I'm keeping about 10. I'm going to send some out, but I got 40 of them. And first come, first serve. And I love to give these out to my true tanker friends out there. So come and ask. So
But
take one, leave one, stickers,
is
flying
there
them
any
out.
is
Mhm.
there any sort of requirement for the cigars that people leave? Because Mike K MRD radio stuff, he just says you can probably get cigars at Walmart too, and that's true. Like, are you? What's the value of the cigars that you're proposing that people
Bring
bring because you're replacing with, or do
I'm
you
I'm
care?
packing the cigar box with cigars I like.
Okay,
So, if you see a unique one in there's probably someone that dropped off. There's going to be if you see 2 or 3 of the same kind, it's probably the ones I packed it with. I'm going to have New Worlds, Padrones 3000s. I have an Our Father, I think, cigar stocked in it. And I'm thinking about a new cigar. I'm going to go buy that today because again, after the stream, I'm literally hitting the end stream button, going downstairs, throwing everything in the car, and going to Jason's. After
hmm.
I need to make 2 stops. The Grapevine Cigar Store. I'm going to need to pick up some to pipe tobacco. I'm bringing my pipes, and then the Eula Cigar Store to pick up my cigars. I
Okay.
could do that all in the one, but I like the Eula Cigar Store better.
Hmm.
And then I'm going
Well,
to Jason's, throw everything there, and then I got to leave because my mom called me and said, "Oh, since you got your rental car, can we pick up your car today?" Because I got her car right now, so I can drive around on the weekends. So my life has been busier than what I want it to be, and shaken up with this bed stand headboard thing I drove over.
hmm. That's rather unfortunate, but
Hmm.
you know, maybe you'll get a new car out of it. So that's a
We'll,
potential
we'll we'll
positive.
see. I do have new car insurance, so if there's a new car, it's just replaced with the newest year, make, and model. So I get a new
Really,
Civic. Yeah, I
that sounds
splurged on
good.
that.
I'm sure they're gonna find some kind of loophole somewhere.
Hmm.
so what do you have coming up on your channel, man? Like what's for myself, I'm not going to Huntsville HamFest. I'd love to be able to go, but I would have to quarantine 2 weeks coming back. So it's not really worth it for the weekend.
Hmm.
But so that's the long and short of that. And so what are your projects you have coming up in the next little
Um,
bit?
so after Huntsville, there's going to be a pseudo Huntsville theme night. It hasn't been very published. It's going to be unofficial, but we're just going to try to drop our videos. I'm going to do another stream then. The next video after that, I gave Joss a date, but it's going to change, unfortunately. It's going to be, I think, August 30th. It is going to be another Frank and Mike one I recorded a while back at Field Day, and we are doing a cool thing, man. You got to swing by and see it. All I'm going to say is, what do we call it? Modern Rogue Ham or Ham Modern Rogue?
Okay.
That's kind of the hint. It's kind of like scavenger hunts. I set all this
Okay.
up for him and see if he comes out and finds the big stash I laid for him. Big box of goodies.
Okay. So it's like sorry, is it like a fox hunt? What is like?
That might be it. There's many of things he has to accomplish to find
Hmm,
the bag of goodies at the end. There's like three. I'll give you. There's three tasks he has to complete on
okay.
the handbands.
Okay.
So he has to complete all those, and then then he'll be able to find it. But it's kind of scavenger honey. There's clues that lead you to the next one. It's going to be fun.
So
Mhm.
I don't think Mike's not watching. You can share more with us. It wouldn't be
He's
giving
right
him a
there,
hint.
Mike. I have no idea, but I doubt it. He's right there. He went through it. It was fun.
That's
If
cool.
you've seen some of his videos, you'll see what he found in the box.
So okay, so you guys already recorded it.
Yes,
It's
yes.
ready to go.
It's in the can.
Okay.
It's ready to go. I've been kind of sitting on it, trying to find the right place to drop it. I just been trying to build up material. I'm kind of running through that now, and that was just the last thing I kind of wanted to save and drop it at a special time. It's going to be a blast.
Well, that's good. That's good. I saw a comment that you got to straighten that picture out behind your head there. And
What? That's the picture I took off the wall in Handum Thoughts and held it up to the camera. I know it's only an audio podcast, but I showed him that, and that's how it went back on the wall, and I haven't straightened it yet. I was wondering how long did it take to someone to say that.
yeah, no, I forget who it was, but somebody commented on it. And I see that Shane from this side of the radio tuned in. If you're listening, I said all kinds of good things about you.
Yes.
And sorry you couldn't be here. Shane
Hmm.
went away. Shane went away for the weekend to just have a great break, and unfortunately didn't make it home in time for
He
tonight's stream.
promised
So
me several times, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. I said, great. I'm making the thumbnail, and he approved the thumbnail. I said, cool. I'm posting the thumbnail, and things happen, and Andy can't be here. But mm, life
hey, listen,
happens.
that I feel to some degree that I should have given you my hourly rate for therapy lessons because there's a lot of therapy going on tonight. Are you okay?
Stressed.
First Jason and Mike
Stressed.
ruining your schedule.
Yeah.
Now Shane abandoning you
I
issues.
know.
It's
I
it's it's a
know.
lot. It's a lot to handle.
Poor me. Where's my
But
whiskey? Oh, I packed it. It's in the
drink,
bag I'm
drink,
giving to Jason.
drink your sorrows away. It's all right.
Yeah.
I have a video coming out tomorrow night, Frank. I decided I've been talking about it for a while, but
Uh-huh.
just sort of like I haven't done a video in a little while, and I wanted to do sort of a recap on the projects that I hope to get done before winter, including a
Ooh.
tower install. So it's kind of funny, but you ever watch your videos that you do? I made it yesterday,
Mhm.
and I was like, man, I look so depressed. I talk so depressed, but I'm just like talking chill. I'm not like, hey, welcome back to We Build, We Learn.
Mhm.
And I'm just like matter of fact. So that's coming out. And I hope that really I want to start a discussion because there's a lot of questions, a lot of planning that has to happen. And it'd be cool to have people give input. Like I have two locations that I can install the tower that I'm going to put up. There's all kinds of details. So it's just a very quick review. It's like a 16-minute video coming up tomorrow night. And that would be awesome. So there's some fun projects
Mhm.
in the works, but We'll
Maybe
see
we
what
can
happens.
collab on a couple of them. That would be fun.
I think we're supposed to do like a measuring tape Yagi antenna.
Yes, we've been kicking that idea around, and I've been wanting to build one. So that's
Yeah.
something we need to put on the schedule. We just need to schedule it. Once it's on my
So what
schedule, it'll happen.
what do you yeah, anime life coach. I guess so. Therapy life coaching with Molson. Um what kind of Yagi are you looking to, like, what are you talking about? Are you talking about like just like a 2 meter, or
Another
like,
two
or are you
meter
talking about like,
440 Yagi
yeah,
direction finding one, and we need. I want to build one of those attenuator boxes that goes
okay,
along with it that you can attenuate it to do better direction finding when you're literally on top of the fox hunt transmitter, or if you're trying to find it and it's just too loud because
okay,
someone decided to transmit. I have the MIDI Fox Hunt that does microwatts next to a handheld that's doing 5 watts. So you can figure
yeah,
out which one's which without being blown out.
all right.
That'd be
So
kind of fun.
that'd be like the difference between, like, to put in layman's term, between like the big metal detectors and those pointer ones that they look to a
Yeah.
little bit closer, like
Well,
that.
it will be the big metal detector you hold in the ear, then the attenuator that you can tune that signal up or down. I'm probably saying this wrong. They're going to correct me in the chat.
Yeah.
And you can tweak it so you can get a better direction out of it. So you'll still
Okay.
use the same Yagi. You just have a little
Yeah.
box with switches that you can make it more or less sensitive.
Okay, that's cool. And so like, so then like we can put that on a famous Baofeng or something like that,
Yeah,
or a bullfung, like
Buffang.
Jason calls it.
I want to do more builds. I love doing that. Is the I know I said this a couple times on my stream already. It's hard for me to start a build. That's why the Sherry is almost complete over there, but I just need to finish configuring it. And I just see this big long page of steps, and it's hard for me to get motivated to do it. If I put something on the calendar and I have someone also doing it with me, okay, let's do it. I could get excited, I get energized, but just by myself, it's hard for me to self motivate a little bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's why some of those collab videos where the different channels do the same project together is such a great thing, because
Hmm.
it's like you're all going at the same time on a
Hmm.
project. That would be, I haven't seen one of those in a while. The last ones we saw were more of those power pole distribution
Hmm.
systems. That would be cool to see another
But
project build like
what
that.
that though is, it's funny you said that. Jason and I are going to try to do a couple of them. With those, it's just fun because you're working with someone. You're not just talking to a camera, and then
Yeah.
there's active feedback. Then you can hold it up and say, "Did I do it right?" And here, yeah, there. I'm going to hold this up. Did I do it right? And this thing's wrong or that's wrong,
Yeah.
and it's the feedback. It's much more fun and the fun for everyone else watching it too.
Yeah. The camaraderie is good.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I always ask myself afterwards, why did I watch an hour of people just doing a project build I'm not doing? But it's the conversations that happen and the interaction that, you know what I mean? It's like you're like, but I didn't do the project, but then you still get so much out of it because
Mhm.
you see everybody's mistakes, and that makes
Mhm.
you feel better.
Well, I like to show my mistakes. I like to, if I get to a point where I got to end the stream, the next
Yeah,
stream's going to start up and say, "This is how I fixed it." Or if I'm doing
yeah,
a build at home, I will probably just turn off the camera, beat my head against the wall for another couple hours, and then come back when I found it. And I want to show that because I hate perfect build videos.
hmm,
It's just you don't learn anything other than, hey, let's do a thing and here and this works and that works and this works and that works. Hey, we did it, cool, you can do it too. But then
yeah,
you get to a point like, why is this not working? And you're trying to go back and figure out what you did wrong. And
yeah,
it's just he shows it perfectly. Then you spend your time googling for hours. So if I come in an issue, that means someone else out there, I almost guarantee it's come into that issue. And if I have to spend hours to find the answer, let me give you the answer because I don't want you to spend that time, and we will learn together.
hmm. No, absolutely. That's cool. And that's, yeah, and that's important. I know, I think I did a project. It was the Kier project. I made a mistake, and I was
Hmm.
like, oops, I made a mistake. And the ham radio dudes CW Kier challenge.
Hmm.
And I used just a tip and sleeve 1/4 inch jack as opposed to the tip ring sleeve.
Hmm.
And so when I plugged it into my rig, it was like nonstop, like more singles like
Oops.
whoops.
Oops. Rapid fire Morse code, is that legal in your country?
I don't know. I don't know. They might be like, what is this foreign language they're using?
Mhm.
Encoded messages?
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Yeah. But no, it's good. And that's one of the things like with the tower project, one of the things I talk about, I want to assess because I wasn't planning to do a tower this year. I was hoping
Mhm.
to, but an opportunity came and it's just, there's such an overwhelming cost that sometimes we don't talk about. Not overwhelming, but I wasn't planned for. So we're going to assess it and make some choices differently. And that's just part of the reality, kind of like with making mistakes, is that we don't talk about much in the radio world is, like mistakes or
Mhm.
costs and other things. And so sometimes it just seems like it's endless projects that happen when you watch a YouTube video,
Yep.
and like money's not a factor, and it is a factor. Like I have other expenses besides our ham radio, so
Mhm. And
you
you're
know,
building your shack and your towers. I'm going to be
yeah,
doing the same thing too. The big
yeah,
news, overall, the big news is I decided not to move. I refinanced my house. I'm staying
nice,
where I'm at. I have also created an LLC. Want to guess the
nice.
name?
Tank Radio LLC.
Close, close.
Frank the Tank. I don't know.
No, no, close. It's Tank Depot 1. For all my
Nice.
tanks, now I have a tank depot. Yeah. So that's coming along, and I'm doing all this stuff. I'm trying to separate Frank from Tank Radio financially. So
Nice.
when I get some more stuff coming in and more income coming into the channel, I can separate it financially for all the tax purposes fun. But I'm looking forward to also getting some new equipment, getting some more merch out there for y'all, and making this a better channel. But
So that
since decided to stay, I am going to be building antennas. Same thing like you are
nice.
doing, man. I'm going to put antennas out there. I'm going to do HF stuff. I'm going to really get into HF, and I'm going to move all this to another room so I can have more
Hmm.
space.
That's really cool because I remember you were saying that just there was a lot of restrictions before for HF because of your location and not, you were planning on moving. So it really opens up a whole door of
Well,
opportunities
the
for your channel.
restrictions were self-imposed.
Of
I'm not
course.
in the HOA, but I didn't want to put a lot of towers out there. I didn't want to cut holes in the
Yeah.
wall if I was just going to leave in a year. So I just didn't feel like doing it. And again, the motivation wasn't there. But now I'm here. I'm gonna put a 8-foot pole on top of my chimney that's already 2 stories up, and then another 4 feet on top of that, and then I'm gonna slap an 8-foot pole for a 2 meter 440. Plus, I'm gonna put that guy up there, the Arden node. So Jason needs to
Okay.
put his Arden node up so we can not see each other too far. But
Can you also piggyback off his Wi-Fi?
yeah, we'll try. We'll try. Um,
That's
what were we saying?
no, so that's cool. So that's some of the realities of just amateur radio and like the restriction of what's the unknown for your house. And obviously, you don't want to invest in something that
Hmm.
and honestly, and antennas in a home setting, if you're gonna do it's more or less for the intention of a permanent install when you start doing towers. So
Hmm.
it's not like you're a DX commander, you could just take it down, and you could, but
It's
it's like the tower I got, there's still a huge concrete footing in the ground at the old location, right? So
hmm
there's always remnants. So it's a wise decision to wait until you know what's going to happen in the future, and
Well,
then now
plus
you know.
get all the grounding right, cause
Yeah.
I how my house is set up. My ham shack is on the opposite end of my power coming into the house. So you got to run that copper wire all the way around the house and drill all the ground arresters around the house and put the lightning arresters. And that's just a lot of installation and work. Then decide you're gonna move and tear all that out, and then you got to patch holes because I'm gonna do big copper metal plates, put it in the wall, run it in the ceiling, um, fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot of work, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with y'all and getting a new shack spun up, and that'll be fun. I still need to drill more holes in the wall. I want to put conduit in the wall, so if I run a new antenna, I just drop the line down, feed line through the conduit, and it pops out the other end correctly.
Hmm.
There's a lot of good pie in the sky stuff. We'll see what actually comes out of all this.
That's cool. That's cool. And so do you have a big property at your house? Like I saw you, it looks like you have a decent
I
backyard.
have
Uh
a great, awesome backyard. This is the reason I fell in love with the backyard before I fell in love with the house. I
okay.
saw the backyard. I was like, yes, I gotta have this. Yeah, I have a big backyard. It's beautiful. And one of my new neighbors is
Yeah.
also a ham, and he's interested
Nice.
in getting back into the hobby. So that'll be fun. And the only reason why I say that because I want to do a 160-meter loop antenna, and we're gonna
Mhm.
probably have to run it around the perimeter of all of our
Okay.
backyards to get that up and going. I was like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
that's
we'll
cool.
just put the feed line in the middle, and then you just come in and hook into it, and when I'm not hooked into it, you just hook into it. Because one of my long-term goals I want to do, moon bounce.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a moon bounce, and that would be so much fun.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
I don't think
Now,
anyone's done a moon bounce video.
you did some satellite though, eh? How like is that
Tempted.
something you're gonna attempted?
Yes, I
So
do need to revisit that.
are you gonna
Um,
refine your craft and
yes,
persevere? Yeah.
Yes, I'm kind of putting it down until I get a new HT that's dual receive or what is it? A I'm forgetting the technical word. Um, 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 the receives and transmits at the same time, full duplexing.
Okay.
Um, so I could do that on two bands at once, so it'd be much easier for me. But I still need to practice, get the technique down of following the satellite on the horizon and do all that. One thing I do think I'm doing wrong when I held my phone up to it, I think there's just too much metal close to the antenna, and it's picking up and throwing off the magnetic north on my phone. So
Okay.
I think that's an issue there. So I gotta fix that. But I do want to get back into satellites. That was a lot of fun. But I think a number of people told me, man, you're jumping into the hobby and you're choosing one of the hardest things to do right out of the gate, satellite work.
So
Yeah, I got close.
it's there's no nothing against that. Like heck, do it. If
Hmm.
it's what gets you interested and gets you all ambitious, then do it,
Yep.
It's kind of like the who's to say what's first, FT8 or sideband or you know it is what it is. So
Yep.
well, that's cool. So do you have like have you been thinking about like the exact antennas that you want to do in the tower itself
Like,
or
I'm thinking a inverted V fan dipole thing in the
okay.
backyard just along my fence line. There might be another antenna that me and Jason build is going to go in the backyard. Then I do have a J pole 2 meter 440 antenna. I will put up on top of my house plus the Arden node. So that's a lot of wire to run and grounding system to get right, and I'm just gonna build it out slowly. It was gonna eventually come into this amazing system I can't wait to have.
Very cool. And then as far as for like, so you're talking about getting a tower. So do you have any ideas? Like, are you just going to go with a standard tower? Are you looking at
I
telescoping
I
and all that
I'm
stuff?
not I don't think I'm gonna do a tower. I'm just gonna get a wood pole or a
Okay.
PCP pole I'm just gonna be able to push up
Yeah.
and use that as just a rod screwed into my fence. I
Okay.
have an awesome idea. We're getting kind of short on time here for the antenna I want to do on top of my house, the 2 meter 440 and the Arden node that I could take down and bring back up. Just kind of like I'll just tell you right now the little trailer hitches that they have for the
Yep.
third wheel, you pull out and you rotate it 90 degrees.
Yep.
Screw that right into the chimney, and that's going to be where my pole is. So I mount that. So when I'm ready to go up, I
Okay.
pull the pin 90 degrees straight in the air. If I want to work on it, pull the pin, turn down 90 degrees. It's parallel to my roof. Perfect.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
my idea.
Very cool.
Well,
Awesome.
I'm going to give you the floor for a little bit. Talk whatever you want. Ham Radio Clubhouse news, anything going on your channel. The floor is yours. You are going to be full screen.
Oh, yeah. So, as usual, Tuesday nights at 7 Central, we have the Ham Radio Clubhouse where myself, Shane from the Side of Radio, who I'm filling in for tonight, Don Izzo from Smoke Signals RF, Beer Snack. We got Steve KO4AFL and Joe Brett K5YVY. We have the Ham Radio Clubhouse. I know tomorrow we're going to be touching on the Huntsville quickly, just going through that. I'd have to look at exactly what's on the schedule. And my channel is We Build, We Learn, where hopefully we build and learn stuff when I have an opportunity to do a video, which I have a video coming out tomorrow night. So tune in for the Tuesday night Ham Radio, and you'll see my video and the Clubhouse. So that is that. That's what I got, man.
All right, sounds good. Like I said, coming up is going to be a next stream coming next week. Talking about Huntsville HamFest. We'll see if I can get anyone else to join us. We might have a kind of a powwow session for 30 minutes. That'll be fun. And I'm going to be doing also the week after that is the Mike's and my kind of scavenger hunt ham radio rogue. It's going to be fun, and we'll see what happens from there. It's going to be a blast. So we got less than a minute. Everyone continue with the playlist. It's pinned up at the top of the chat, and I'll see y'all later. To my tankers out there, go forth and conquer.